This video is made possible by EA Game Changers. Hi guys, it's SimLicy here, so welcome to another apartment renovation. So today I'm renovating this apartment, which is located in the fashion district of San Myshuno. I thought this would be the perfect location for a photographer's apartment since we did just get the pack, the Sims 4 Moschino stuff pack. Again, thank you so much to EA for providing me an early access copy for review purposes. If you did miss it yesterday, I did upload both a cast overview and a build and buy overview. So if you guys have not checked that out, I will have them linked in the description because those were my very first impressions, very first look at the items without any like sitting around and thinking about it, which is my very first reaction. So if you guys want to see that, it will be in the description. And I was really excited to use them in a build because I feel like I get a way better feeling and idea of objects in a pack once I can use them in a build. And I had a lot of fun building with these items. I know this pack has been a bit controversial so far, and there's definitely things that I am not too happy with it. I feel like the cast is definitely lacking, and part of that I think is just mostly that this is just not my style. I don't think the fashion company is really my taste necessarily. There are a few things that I really like the plum bob bathing suit. I wish I could afford that in real life. I looked it up online this morning and it's almost $400 US. I can barely spend $20 on a bathing suit without feeling guilty, and I was like, okay, so maybe it's just not the company for me. But the build and buy, I really do like the build and buy items. I love the windows. I actually really like the couch and chair. They're a little bit more modern than my taste usually is, but I like the patterns. I think they're fun and different, and I actually really enjoyed using them here. And I think it's kind of nice that we got something a bit more modern because I feel like it's been a while since we have, at least I think we have. I mean, I guess we got a few modern things with Get Famous, but that was more mid-century modern. So I thought it was kind of nice to get something a little bit different, and I enjoyed using them here in this apartment. And I'm definitely really excited about the fashion photography career, or I guess it doesn't have to be fashion photography, but the photography career. That is something I have wanted for a really long time, and I'm excited to play around with it. I haven't yet at this point. I've been busy building. I am actually going out of town again. I leave in 2 days and I am not prepared. I'm only going to be gone for about 4 days this time, but my sister's best childhood friend is getting married and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to go, and I am going to go, so I'm going to be gone for a few days, and I'm going to try to pre-record, but if videos are a bit spotty over the next week, that is because I am off to a wedding. But I'm so excited. I've known this girl since she was, I mean, we're only 3 years apart. I mean, she's my sister's best friend. My sister is 2 years younger than me, and she's my sister's age, and I've known her since she was 5, I think, is when her and my sister started becoming friends. And so I cannot wait to see her get married. I've also known her soon-to-be husband a very long time as well, and I've been very good friends with her older brother for years, and we were actually roommates after high school. So I'm so excited to see him again and see his wife as well, because I wasn't able to go to their wedding, but I have met her only once before. So it's going to be a great time, but I did want to mention that in case you guys notice that videos are probably not going to be as frequently over the next week, even though, yeah, I've gotten a bit better at pre-recording, but this time it's just snuck up on me, especially since I just went away to Houston last week. It's going to be a busy time, but either way, I rambled through the living room, and here I'm working on the dining and kitchen area. I love the way the living room turned out. I think it is so cute with like those funky pattern chairs. I decided to go with a solid color for the couch because I think if I would have used another pattern for the couch, it would have been a bit too overpowering, at least in my opinion. But I actually really like the layout of this apartment. I've never done this layout necessarily before, and I think it works really well. I put the staircase in a different spot than I have before too, and I think it worked pretty well. I don't think if you wanted to make 2 bedrooms upstairs, it would be that easy to do. Maybe if you wanted to do a couple of kids' rooms, like smaller bedrooms, because the master bedroom ends up being pretty big, but I think if I was to make it any smaller, I don't know, the window placement's a bit strange, I think, for separating it into a couple of different bedrooms. So you'll see that later on, but there is a room down here that I turned into a photography studio, and I think that would make a great spot for another bedroom if you didn't want the photography studio. But that's definitely something I wanted to include because I pictured a very successful, kind of younger, fashion-forward sim lives here, and they do run a photography business out of their apartment, or maybe they just do it as a hobby. Well, no, I was thinking it was their business, but maybe they work somewhere as a full-time photographer, and maybe they're trying to branch out on their own, and so they have a little studio at their house. I also put some music equipment upstairs, and I was thinking that was their hobby because there was quite a bit of space at the landing area that you'll see later on. Here I'm trying to use some of the new picture frames. I didn't think they quite worked on that wall, and then I was going to place that one over there, but later on I remembered that I have some room saved of some different pictures. I ended up not being able to use all of them because some of the pictures that I have saved, I took the pictures with Sims that were wearing custom content, even though they weren't pictures of custom content, and the game flagged them as being custom content. So I didn't want these rooms to be uploaded as having CC, even though they don't. And so I decided not to use them, but we'll see that later on. Here I am working on the little photography studio. I used this new tripod that we got with the Mosquito Stuff Pack and that new chair in the corner. In the living room, I used a different pattern, but that one is probably, the one that I used in here is probably my favorite pattern. I think it's so cute, and I really do enjoy it. And then here I'm just adding some bits of clutter. I really like this wall hanging that we got with this pack that has all of the like camera equipment hanging from it. I think that we really need more objects like that you can just place on the wall that have all those extra clutter decorations. Like more coat racks would even be nice with some different jackets and hats hanging from them. We do have one from base game, and then of course we do have like the full coat racks that came, well, the one that I'm using in the entryway here that came with seasons, and then we also got one that came with laundry day, I believe. So here you can see though I am finding some extra pictures. This balcony was giving me a lot of trouble. For some reason, when I would place items in certain places, it would not let me click on them, delete them, or anything, and so I was getting a bit frustrated. Later on, at the very end of the video, I do decorate the balcony, and I kind of sparsely decorate it because I was really struggling with placing objects on it, and it was just being really weird. I'm not exactly sure why, but yeah, we will see that when I get to it. But here is the upstairs. And up here, I do end up placing a computer desk in the landing area, so it's kind of like an open office space. And I place a couple of chairs, but I also place that music equipment like I was talking about. So this pack, the Mosquito Stuff Pack, came with a set of amps. And when I was doing my overview, I was mentioning how I was a bit confused about it because this is a fashion-related pack. It's a fashion collaboration anyways with the Mosquito company, and there's the photography career. So having like new music equipment didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me, but I love them. I think they are so pretty. I love the textures, and I'm really excited to use them in like a lot of builds. So I definitely wanted to use that here. So I was picturing that the sim that lives here does their photography as more of, you know, their business, as their job, and then they play a bit of music on the side as their hobby. And I really like that idea. But here you can see I am decorating their master bathroom. It's a really good sized bathroom. I get a stand-up shower and bathtub combo in here, a toilet, a sink, some clutter, all of the necessary stuff for a bathroom, I think. And I really like this color scheme with the black tile and that brown brick. I think it looks so pretty, especially with those cabinets that I used from Cool Kitchen. They matched perfectly anyways, and I was happy to use them. But over here, I am starting to decorate this landing area. So like I mentioned, it's like an open office. I placed a couple more of these chairs in these fun patterns. I thought they looked so good. And then I do clutter up the desk with some of my new favorite objects that have came in this pack. So we got this camera decoration. We also got these books with the bear bookends. I think that object is so cute. And then the stack of magazines is probably my new favorite object in like the entire game. I'm so happy to have it. Here are those amps that I was talking about. Again, I'm not exactly sure why they're here, but I'm so happy they are. I think they look really good. The texture, the detail, like everything is so nice. And then here I'm just going through and finding some more pictures that I've taken before. All of these picture rooms that I do have, I think should be up on my gallery. I think I might be missing a few, so I will go through and see if there's any more that I have to upload. Since we can now put them in the picture frames, we can set them on tables. I think that is such a cool feature to have in the game. And yeah, I'm really happy about it. But there you can see I was just having a bit more trouble with that balcony. It was giving me such a hard time. And then I just placed a couple of plants up here, some more artwork. I really liked using this artwork that we got from Get Famous because I feel like those paintings kind of look like kind of fashion-y paintings. I'm not really sure if they're supposed to be, but they do remind me a bit of like somebody walking on a catwalk or something, and so I liked using them here. And then over here is going to be the master bedroom, well, the only bedroom in the entire build. I used this bed that came from City Living in this brown and gray color. I thought that matched really nicely. I was wanting to use that trunk that also came with this pack, but I didn't think it really worked in here, so I decided not to. And then over here, I'm just picking out some artwork to put on the wall, and I end up using these pictures that we got, I think from City Living, but they look like newspaper clippings or a magazine article that's been stretched out and then has the cover. So I thought that was really nice because maybe it's a magazine that this photographer has been featured in or something. And so yeah, I was really excited to use those here. And then along this wall, I was trying to find something to place. I was wanting to use this picture frame, but I didn't really have pictures to place in it. I do go through and try to find some rooms, but the one I was trying to use were pictures that were flagged as having CC, so you'll see me mess with it for a little while. But what I end up doing is just placing a piece of artwork that came from, I think, City Living also above that table, and then the magazines again because I just could not help myself. But there I just checked to see if the build was being flagged as having custom content, and it definitely was. So yeah, I just decided to scrap the idea, but it's definitely really easy to probably go through and place that picture frame on that wall and then add your own pictures as you do gameplay and stuff. So I think that'll be totally fine. And then over here, I'm starting to decorate the balcony. So I just get a dining area out here, a trash can, and then the barbecue, and a few like planter pots and maybe a couple of decorations. I don't know. I was really struggling with this balcony. Like I mentioned, you'll see, especially with this table, when I tried placing it here in this corner, it was being very glitchy, and yeah, maybe it doesn't come across too well in the video, but in build mode, it was very frustrating. So yeah, I kind of struggled with it quite a bit, but this is basically it for the entire apartment. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and again, let me know what you guys are thinking about this pack. Are you going to get it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? What are your guys' opinions? Please let me know in the comments. And yeah, as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and please leave any comments or suggestions that you have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!
Summer days, they go shorter with every hour, every minute of every day. Couldn't sleep even if I wanted.